Hello, I am Christopher Jacobs. I am presenting my final project for Web 207. And let us go to the main page for Random Dota Hero. So this is the home page. It displays all the heroes in the heroes database. And from this, this is a user that, I guess, hasn't logged in. Maybe they don't have an account. They can click Get Random Hero, and it will randomly choose one of the 116 heroes available. If they click Remove, then the image gets grayed out, and these heroes are no longer added to the random array. I can click this as many times as I want, and none of those heroes will get selected. You have to trust me on that one, because it would take a while to click remove on all of these. Now, if you do want to become a user, you can go to sign up, and this has a little bit of protection built in. If I try to use an email that has already been registered, it will refuse it. If I try to use a username that has already been used, or if my passwords aren't set, or if the password and the confirmed password are different, it will refuse it. So it has to be unique password and it has to be unique name. Sure, why not? My password for all of these are A, in case you're wondering. But there we go. Now it's prompting me to log in. So I will log in. And now I'm on the main site. And a big difference pretty much off the bat you can see is that now each hero has a rating system. So the nav bar is also different. Down here on the rating system, I can click 3 stars, 2 stars. Maybe I didn't want 3 stars, I still want 1 star. And what this is doing is, the way the random works is that it goes through all the heroes that have not been removed and adds them to an array to randomly choose from. If they have more than 1 star, then they are added 5 times for 2 stars and 10 times for 3 stars. So they're not quite 10 times more likely, because you are adding more to the array, so it's a larger array, but it is more likely for them to be chosen. Just like for the unregistered users, you can click remove, but unlike the unregistered users, there is now this button called update page. And what this button will do is it will go through and change all the ratings for all the heroes in your personal heroes table, or your entries in the personal heroes table. So if we do that, the page is going to reload, and notice that they have stayed the same, although the rating has completely gone. This is because they have been removed. Technically not removed, but they have been, their rating has been set to 0. Now, if you actually want to remove your heroes, you can go to your profile, and this is where you can do many updates. So if you want to change your name, if I want to be CJacobs5, I can do that, and it will now update. So if I go to home and back to your profile, it has changed. I can permanently delete a hero from my personal heroes table here. So if I didn't like Abaddon, I never wanted to play him again, I can insert his name, click delete hero, and then if I go back home, Abaddon is gone from the list. Likewise, there is add, which will add a hero back into your personal heroes table. So if I type in Abaddon again and add him, and we go back, yay, Abaddon's back. Hey, buddy. It does have error checking, so you can't delete or add a hero that's not in the heroes table, and you also cannot add more heroes. If there's already one hero with a specific name, you can't add more instances of that hero. And finally down here we have this big scary button called delete account, and that will delete your entry from the user table and from the personal hero table. And we will click it. Now we're gone. And since we are gone, we are free to use that name again. And I will, and just to prove that it's different, we'll do, I don't know, we'll add a 0. So it's different. We'll click register. And then if we hop over to MySQL, click users, refresh the page, you see that we have our new email address, but the one before it is gone. You also notice that for our users page, our users database, we have this admin column, and the admin column, determines a couple things. So if I instead log in with an admin account, I will get a very different look for the website. And by that I mean we get this access to an admin page. So going to the admin page, it'll display the list of users, their username, their email address, and what their admin status is. It'll also display all the heroes and a few facts about the heroes. And this is where the rest of the CRUD model comes in. You can select a username. In this case, we'll select cjacob6, and we'll press 1, and we'll make them an admin. So now if I log out and log back in, and I will show you that, I should have admin access. I can also update a hero, so I'll say Abaddon is now in lane 1 instead of lane 3. And he's a pretty badass carry. He's a level 3 carry. Boom. Yeah. So now that's been updated. Let's add a hero. We'll call him Gary the Slayer. And Gary the Slayer is going to go in the second lane, and he's not, actually a pretty terrible carry, so he's going to get 1. So we're going to click add, then we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We see Gary the Slayer, and if we hop over to our heroes and go to the very end, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. There we go, there's Gary the Slayer. Hi Gary. And we realize Gary the Slayer is actually a terrible hero and nobody likes him, so we are now going to delete Gary. Say goodbye Gary, you had a good run. I hope I spelled that name correct. I did. Perfect. So if we log back out, now we can log in as our new admin account. Oop. And we have admin access. Sweet. So I think that's everything to do with the actual website. So let's move on to the code. So first we'll look at the styles. So this is the styles page for the entire website. I do use one that I call from header.php. All of the files can be seen on the left, starting with admin.php and ending in userhero.php. This is a long page. There we go. And we can check out the home page, or index.php. I tried to make this look organized because many of the lines ended up being very long. Because here in the for each section, this is where the hero portraits, this is this section where we've put all the portraits and the rating and the buttons and everything. For that, there was a lot of echoes because it depends on whether the person is logged in or not. So a lot of this if set logged in user. And then that's also for figuring out whether the button should be hidden or if the picture should be gray and all that. But again, these lines became very long, so I tried to separate them by putting them on new lines. So all of this is the button, and I tried to emphasize that. Oh, sorry. All of this is the button, and I tried to emphasize that by indenting as much as I could. This also uses Font Awesome for the stars that you can see here. Let me get down to the JavaScript, which was a fair bit of the index page as well. This line here particularly gets the array from PHP and makes an array we can use in Java. Here's the code that actually randomly selects the hero. As you can see, I have this column called grade for each hero. If they are not grades, they are added to this random array. And then if they have a star rating of 2 or more, that's why we subtract 1, so that if they do have 1 star, they don't get added 5 times. But if they do have 2 or 3 stars, they're added 5 and then 10 times. And then it's all about just randomly choosing one with random.math and updating everything as appropriate. Making a hidden div visible, as you can see when we click Get Random Hero. We can also click the X to make it go away. And probably the most difficult one to get working was the update hero, because I needed to send the array back into PHP, and I think that uses, let's see, which one does that use? So we have a hidden form here with a hidden input, and the JavaScript changes the value here and then clicks the submit button. I use an air quotes to update heroes, and update heroes is the one that actually goes into personal heroes and changes them for the current user. So that is update heroes. It's a lot of queries. We'll go to create user. These are all selects. Actually, which one's a good one? Admin hero. There we go. So admin hero is a little different. There are 4 forms on that admin page. So each one of these is a separate form. Update users goes to a different page, but update hero, add hero, and delete hero all go here with a hidden input field called action. And if that action is 1, 2, or 3, it does different things. So this is the code that updates, inserts, and deletes. I believe that should be all 5 models, and I think that should cover everything. So thank you very much for your time. I hope you have enjoyed. There are many more things I want to do with this website. I actually do want to implement it so that you can select which hero you want based on their lane and their carry level, and a whole bunch of other categories. Like, I mean, I added a bunch. And now that the groundwork is laid there, I should easily be able to do it. Well, easily is a relative term. But yes, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for checking out my project.